Welcome to Being Friends with Jess and Toni-ann, an inside look at our friendship, millennial things, sports, and pop culture. Come laugh with us, or maybe at us, and let's be friends.
All right,
Hello.
peeps. We're back after a 2-week hiatus, and
Oh
we
my
have a lot of
goodness.
shit to talk about.
We have so much to talk about.
Like, this is the longest note we've made in a very long time.
Who wrote the note? We did jointly.
Okay. Where shall we even begin? Let's begin with Toni-ann has new china. She's probably got it today.
I'm down. Wait, what
Shocked
happened?
you're not wearing the shirt and the hat and
I
the
was gonna do a reveal. Okay.
Yeah.
So I got new china last night.
You saw it on the story. Oh, it's blurry because of your background.
Hold on.
Why did you blur the background? Like, we haven't seen your apartment before.
For work, I blur it.
Oh, okay.
Because sometimes I'm in the office and like people are walking around behind me.
Right.
New china. Knicks
Gorge.
playoff, baby.
Her first Knicks game, which we'll talk about the Knicks later. We need a whole segment for the Knicks.
Yeah. So, and what I love about this cup is that even though it's like obviously a large size, the sippy cup lids fit on it. I was like, oh my God, I have a sippy cup.
Yeah, they do that at MSG.
It's so genius. I love it. And the people I was with was like, I know it's your first game, so like, of course, I got you the souvenir cup. And I was like, oh, thank you. And then like by the time like I got my second and third drink, I told them I was like, you guys could just get me a regular beer now. Like one cup's fine. They're like, no, you're getting a souvenir cup every time. Like, so I got 3 souvenir cups. I'm so
Like,
pumped.
they listen to our podcast and they knew you needed china.
I hope they don't listen to my podcast. But yeah, this is one of the many souvenirs I have. I'll reveal the rest later when we talk about the game in general. But yeah, new china.
I love it.
And I'm only drinking seltzer though, nothing really inside. Yeah.
I have my peptides that I've been working on all day because just, why would I drink
a whirly cup? It is a whirly cup.
They're all whirly cups. That's where you order souvenir cups from. Whirly cup. There's no other option. They send an entire catalog of souvenir cups to every single venue.
My closet has about half of them.
To every venue.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. So, all right. Well, let's start with. I guess I'll start with my trip. I don't really know if I have anything ridiculous about my trip.
Okay.
I guess the only ridiculous thing would be, one, getting Ubers in Chicago is apparently like very, very hard. They cancel a lot. We had so many Ubers cancel on us, and I think that is ridiculous.
And your ratings are fine, I assume.
Yeah, my ratings are fine.
Okay.
Because then, even other Uber drivers, the first night, the one Uber driver was literally 0.7 miles away for 10 minutes. And it was 3 minutes away for 10 minutes. And then we tried to call him, and he didn't answer. So then we canceled because he was just not moving, and there was no traffic because other cars were coming down the street and he was coming down. Secondly, hit and runs are apparently very big in Chicago as well, because 2 of them happened on our accord.
Well, I mean, crime in general is in Chicago more than other cities, but yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, I guess my sister pointed out, she's like, do you know how many hit and runs probably happen in New York and nobody even knows about?
No, absolutely. No. I'm not saying
but it was just weird because 2 happened in our proximity.
Wait, you witnessed them?
One, yes, and my cousins and Louis were involved in another one.
What?
Yes. So the first one was when we were waiting for said 10-minute Uber that was 3 minutes away. Wait, my computer just said that I need to restart it in 5 minutes, so that's a problem.
You got to the snooze.
Well, that's what I did. Hopefully it doesn't restart in 5 minutes.
Remind me later.
Well, that wasn't an option. It was restart now, restart in 5 minutes. So I chose 5 minutes, and hopefully
just keep doing the 5 minutes. That's all. Yeah.
So, Oh, so we're standing there, and all of a sudden we hear like crash, like the noise that a crash makes. Like I can't impersonate that. Anyway, an idiot in a pickup truck decided to turn left on a one-way street and just like went right into the front of the other car. Backs up as slowly as possible, really, and then just like drove away.
And the guy that he hit was just like,
We were too far away to kind of like this happened on the corner, and we were like in the
Yeah.
middle of the other road, so like we witnessed it, but not like close enough to get like a license plate or like
yeah.
any of that. Anyway, so then we finally get our Uber. Fast forward to the next night. Yeah, that was Thursday. Friday, my cousins meet us out. My brother goes home with my cousins because he was staying at their house that night. They get like rear-ended on the highway, but they weren't stopped. Like, the car just like drove into their car and then proceeded to go around them and drive off.
What
And
the
they think
hell?
that the guy wound up getting like pulled over because they passed the car like after they dropped off my first cousin and they got back onto the highway. They saw a car that they said looked like the car that hit them.
Okay.
But like, what are the chances of 2 hit and runs happening 2 days in a row?
That's a very strange coincidence. I'd be careful if I were you.
Isn't that crazy?
That's very weird.
Other than that, the only other ridiculous thing that happened was that on Saturday it was so warm and hot, and we walked around on the river and we walked around Lake Michigan and like all of that. We did like 7 miles throughout the entire day. I needed aloe by the end of the day. Like this tan, like
Yeah, you did get good color.
I look
Wow.
like my cousins went on a trip to Curacao this last week. I looked like I was on the Curacao trip, and I'm like, I'm burnt. And my mom's like, oh, you don't have aloe? No, why would I bring aloe to fucking Chicago?
Yeah, you're not going to the beach.
Let me know. Also, I threw out my Shein shirt at a bar, like literally bought bar merch because my Shein shirt was so uncomfortable. I forgot how uncomfortable it was until we were like out and about, and I was like, I'm buying a shirt at the next bar we go to. And that is exactly what I did. And I changed it in the bathroom, and my sister was like, what are you going to do with that shirt? I said, it's going in the garbage. It was $6 on Shein, and I've had it for at least 4 years, and I hate it.
Yeah, but yet you continue to wear it.
Well, I think I forget why I hate it until I put it on, and then it's like too late. It was like a romper, like bodysuit, but it had like a weird seam in the middle. So like when your like it would just dig into your side where your pants were, and it was very uncomfortable. I don't know how to describe it. Otherwise, our trip to Chicago was great. We road tripped with my brother. And I just want to say that my brother and I used to not even be able to go from like the 10 minutes on the BQE from Brooklyn to Queens with my grandma in the car. And like now we made it 12 hours in a car together on multiple accords. So, good for us.
Growth.
Yeah, growth. And another fun thing we did was we went to the Starbucks Reserve, which I've never been to one. The croissants at the Starbucks Reserve are what I would imagine they would taste like in France. They're fantastic. I've never wanted to just sit and eat croissants somewhere all day, ever. And they also make really good cocktails. We had cocktails at 9:30 a.m. My mom had a matcha margarita. Me and Jamie had like a ube espresso martini. It wasn't bad. I'm not like really into the ube, but
I'm not either.
It
I like
looked
saying
pretty,
ube,
but it looked pretty with the purple. And then I tried it, and it wasn't bad. I had a regular espresso martini, and then Alec had a spiced rum cold brew.
Ooh.
And that was very good. So the drinks were fantastic. If you've never been to a Starbucks Reserve, 10 out of 10 recommend. It was crazy. Very cool.
They put a lot into the experience. It's nice.
Yeah, it is nice. But yeah, other than that, I mean, the trip was great. It was fun. We had a good time. Would return. I would like to go to a baseball game at Wrigley. Wrigley was closed while we were there, so we didn't even get to do a tour.
Oh, why?
They had that golf event that like Citi Field does.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And of course it was the 3 days that we were there.
Yeah. Damn.
So
that sucks. Yeah, no, Wrigleyville. Did you at least go around like to Wrigleyville?
We did go to Wrigleyville.
I mean, I
on
know it's not the
Saturday.
same when there's no game, but
But we went on Saturday night because they were still playing the White Sox. So we thought like, oh, like there were still people out and about, but it definitely wasn't like a game day at Wrigley. That was where I got my merch from the Saddle Up Bar, I think it was
I
called.
think I went to that one actually.
It has literal like horse saddles
Yes.
as the
I
like,
have pictures of me and my dad on those
on
seats.
the horse. Yeah, Alec has pictures of me and Jamie on it. That was where I got my shirt. So on the back it says I love Cowboys.
Of course. Of course. That's great.
So yeah. So that was the trip. I mean, it was fun. I have not drank that much in a really long time. Like it was a lot.
Kid-free weekend. Yay.
Right. We're still recouping and not knowing what day it is. So
yeah.
I mean, that was that. But
well, happy birthday to Jamie.
Yes.
Yeah. And I taught you guys how to use Groupon, which is great.
Yes. I never use Groupon. Never. I have it on my phone, have had it for years. I don't think I've ever bought a Groupon.
Yeah. I get a call.
Thank God we called you though, because like the original place that we wanted didn't actually have the day that we like they didn't start their date like weekday tours until Memorial Day.
Oh, maybe that. Okay.
So then we found a different one, and our tour guide was fantastic. I just want to point this out also. We get on the river tour, and I'm like, Mom, all I keep thinking about is Vince Vaughn and like his brothers in the breakup because they run the Chicago boat tours.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and then we get on the boat tour and our guy is a character. I'm like, look, it is Vince Vaughn. It's him.
Imagine it was Vince Vaughn.
No, imagine. Jamie also thought that she spoke to grocery store Joe.
Who?
Grocery store Joe. Remember Joe? That was that.
Yeah, she thought he was in Chicago too.
Well, he's from Chicago.
He
lives in Chicago.
Okay.
But she was like, that guy sounded exactly like Joe. She was like, but I think his hair is too long to be Joe. But it could be Joe. And I was like, maybe that's just how people from Chicago sound.
Yeah, he just has a Chicago accent. I think that's really what it was.
This was after the 9:30 a.m. drinks though, so.
Yeah, exactly.
It was excused.
Great. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I taught Jamie and Jess how to use Groupon. That was fun. They called me and I had to tell them, I was like, they were about to click purchase and I was like, excuse me, there's another promo code. And it saved them probably like another like $5 or $6.
No, that didn't work for the one that we wound up purchasing. But I think the one we wound up going with was cheaper than the first one anyway. So it was
that's good. Yeah.
It was fine.
You never pay full price on Groupon, ever.
Right.
But yeah, so that's
how was your past couple weeks?
I mean, pretty good. So my ridiculous thing is actually behind me. I don't know if you could see my background at all. So I'm not going to reveal it yet. To you folks at home, you've been looking at my walls now for some time. They're a little boring. Like they're not my style, the color, right? Like a sandy, yellowy, right? So, but I've left it because I have a brown couch. You know, it just matches. The floor's dark. Like my kitchen's brown. So I'm just like, I left it. My parents come over.
That's how long you have lived in this apartment for again?
It will be 7 years this June.
Thank you for the
crazy. Like time flies.
Thank you for the clarification.
Yeah.
Before we get into this ridiculous.
Right. And obviously, like the guy that lived here before me had these walls. Like I didn't change them. So that was the point I was making. Since a paint job in this apartment. Okay. So anyway, my parents come for my birthday, and of course, my mother loves to convince me to spend my own money because she's sitting on my couch and she's like, you really need to change up the color in here. You really need to like change it up. Like it's been a long time. And she's not wrong, but like, I'm just like lazy. Like it's like the effort. And then she gets my dad involved and he's like, you know, the practical one. He's like, well, the wall, they really are starting to dry up a little bit. Like you're really like, what do I give a shit if my walls are dry? Like, what does that matter to me? I don't know. Apparently that's a thing that you're supposed to care about. I don't know.
I didn't know that.
I don't know. So now, like, you know, we're looking at paint chips, this and that.
So are you supposed to keep painting your walls to keep them moist?
I guess. This is something I was about to say I would ask Chatty, but I'm not going to touch that subject. This is something that I was not aware of. And I wouldn't care less because like no one else except my dad will walk into a home and be like, wow, your walls are dry. Like nobody's saying that. How can you tell? I don't understand it. So anyway, I'm like, fine. I've had these like paint book samples for a few years because they tried to broach the subject with me a couple of years back. And then I got overwhelmed and I dropped it. So as you can see here, I had some paint chips left over. And
It's
they're like,
literally so. Hold on.
well, it's almost cut off, but those are like levels of silvery gray. Like,
Okay.
and that's what I was gonna go with because everybody does like gray, whatever. But like I just don't love the gray with like the cherry floors and like I have the brown couch. Then I probably am due a new couch soon as well.
I feel like you could do like a blue gray, like a bluer hue.
Yeah. My other like and people that have come to my apartment know the reason why like I need to go lighter is because I don't get that much natural sunlight. Like I'm on the ground floor.
Right.
There's a fence here now, like, and otherwise the sun goes like behind the building next to me anyway. So it's like I only really get like 4 hours of like good sunlight every day. And then the rest of the time it's just like what feels like overcast, basically. And like
honestly, I feel like you shouldn't paint at this point because it's gonna be hard to find a color that like doesn't depress you with the lack of sunshine.
well, that's a whole different box we're not gonna unpack right now. But so anyway, so I go to
Just lending a hand.
I go to get some estimates from painters. One guy I found that was somebody that 3 years ago I got a quote from. He's the one that does the building painting. So I was like, oh, he already knows my building. He's apparently the one that did these walls 10 years ago. So he gave me an estimate 3 years ago and I tried to be slick. I was like, oh, so would it be the same price? He's like, no, actually, yeah. He's like, no, the price of materials has gone up a bit since 2023. So I'm gonna have to give you an updated estimate. I'm like, okay. It was like $300 more. Like it wasn't like crazy, but like, I mean, actually that kind of is for paint, but I digress. Paint is very expensive. I'm starting to learn. Okay. Then I'm like, okay, I have his estimate. Now let me go on Yelp and find like 2 more like local painters and like all of them. One guy answered me right away, came the next day in person for an estimate, like took a bunch of pictures of my apartment, said like, okay, I'll get back to you with an estimate within a few days. Never heard from him again. He ghosted me.
And he has pictures of your apartment? Should we be concerned?
I didn't even realize that until just now. What? It's so weird. I texted him several times, like, hey, just checking in, like, update. Like you said, it would only be a few days. Like,
and he has your number?
And he has my address. And he has, oh my God, Jess, what is he going to do? I don't know what he's going to do. I think he deemed like my job was too small for him. But like, rude. Like, just get back to me and tell me that.
Why wouldn't you just want any money that you could get? Times are tough out here in this economy.
I'm just assuming that. Like, that may not be the reason. But like, how rude. Like, you just lost my business. So then I had to get another estimate. And they gave me an estimate. So I had 2 estimates and one that never gave me one. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to go with the guy that like already knows the building. But he's like, get back to me when you figure out a color. So I go to the Benjamin Moore store last weekend with my mother and I find a bunch of different paints that I'm like, oh, this is so different from the wall now. Like, let me see samples and see what it will look like in my apartment, right? So, and I know, again, you're going to hate this, but I also was using ChatGPT to like mock up like what my place will look like with these colors on the wall. And it actually did a very good job. Or so I thought. So the 2 colors I ended up picking was white sand and creamy white. Okay. Both were supposed to be like more on the grayish side. Okay. So in the paint store, my mother as my witness, we look at both these colors and we go, wow, this is much lighter and nothing like the wall I have at home. You ready?
You're gonna paint your actual wall?
No. That's not the point. Do you notice how both of them are the exact same color as my fucking wall?
Yeah, they are pretty close.
Like,
no! Okay. That was a fun jump scare. And then
I literally, like, all it was no! And then cut.
Anyway, continue about your paint saga.
Okay, so again, Exhibit A.
It is really close. Like literally the one on the left is your wall. And the one on the right is just a tad different. But
This one is my wall, you're saying?
yes.
Yeah, that's creamy white. So yeah, again, it's a cream. Yeah, sure. But like, again, in the paint store, it looks very different.
Always looks so different until it's on the wall.
Or I thought my wall
But like
was
also, what did you paint these samples on?
just like a poster board.
Interesting.
Because I didn't want to, because I knew deep down I was going to procrastinate on this yet again. So it's like, did I really want to just put random colors all over my wall now? Like,
Yes, because that's how you make a fucking decision.
good point. So anyway, bottom line is I'm not using either of those colors now, obviously. And the samples are $6 each for like a size that realistically I'm never gonna have to use. So what am I supposed to do with these now? Stupid, waste, whatever.
Okay. I've used like like that on an entire wall actually.
But now I'm not using the colors, so it's,
Okay, anyway.
Okay, so anyway, so now I'm
Maybe
back
you
to
just need to
thinking,
go to Home Depot where they're cheaper.
well, all of my painters have told me that they only use Benjamin Moore.
Okay, but you can look for Benjamin Moore paint in the store.
No, Benjamin Moore is not in Home Depot.
Is it in Lowe's?
No, it's only at Benjamin Moore stores.
Oh, really?
Like local hardware stores. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Okay, anyway.
It's the highest quality paint.
You
Whatever.
actually want to know what the funny thing about paint colors is? Because you just said about like painting your walls. So my Aunt Karen, like this is like a 20-year story, like 20 years ago. Literally. They were deciding what color to paint their house, and they had these paint swatches on the wall for like honestly maybe years. At least a year. Like, it was a long time. It was quite ridiculous. It was just like their wall, and there was just squares of paint, and they couldn't decide on a color. Anyway, they finally decide on a color. Right? So we all show up for Palm Sunday, and here's the new paint. And my dad falls out of a folding chair. It goes right behind him, and the leg of the folding chair goes right through the freshly painted.
Oh, no. That's a classic Denza story, though, honestly.
It's like so funny because they had finally painted, like decided on a color after
That's horrible. That's horrible. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, like, if I'm just gonna like give up. I also was maybe gonna go with like a sage green, but then I feel like that's gonna make it too dark. We'll revisit.
Well, I get a lot of light in my house.
Yeah, you do.
So like my green is not.
Yeah.
I
have ideas, but I just need to sit on it a little bit more. I probably need another paint sample.
The only reason why I think that you need to like actually try it on the wall is to like really see how it clashes with the one window that you have.
Well, that was my other thing was like, I was like, well, I could maybe do like a light sage green in the kitchen and the bathroom because those have no windows at all. So it's like they only have the bright fluorescent light. So it's like that doesn't matter. But like in here, then like so maybe do like a grayish in here, but like a
color there.
A green just in the bathroom and the kitchen.
And then what do you do? Is your room painted?
My room is this. So I would just make whatever is out here in my room.
Okay, got it.
So but then, then starts but if I'm going to do gray, all my bedspread and my headboard is gray. So now I'm going to need new bedroom furniture, which is fine. Because that's another thing my mom wanted me to upgrade. It's just the whole thing.
I don't know if you need to go that far. I feel like you could pick a different color gray. It's fine.
Whatever.
Anyway.
That is my paint story. I can't talk about this ad nauseum. It's ad nauseum. I can't talk about it anymore.
Okay.
But that was like from 2 weeks ago, but we just never discussed it on the pod.
Fuck the paint. Got it.
Okay.
Yo, speaking of fuck the paint, this is just another fuck that. Grey's is getting another spinoff. Why?
Why another? Oh, I forgot about the fire show. Yeah.
No, and Private Practice.
Oh, yeah. Oh my God, how did I forget about
Private Practice was good.
I like that one. Yeah.
I'm not shitting on that, but now they're like going to Texas and they're gonna have a spinoff there. Unless the spinoff is Zola. I don't want it. Also, you've proved that you have no original ideas, so why are we even bothering?
Wait, unless it's who?
Zola.
Oh, Zola. All right, we said that. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, like, why are we doing this? I literally almost became one of like those like annoying people on Facebook because I was about to comment when it like got announced. I was gonna be like, so are we gonna recycle our 22 years of content here as well? Like, I don't
Is
understand.
is that where Izzy and Alex ended up in Texas?
No, Izzy and Alex ended up in the Midwest
Which,
somewhere.
first of all, the fact that they ended up together, we're not going to get into
No,
this.
don't even.
Poor
Don't
Joe.
even. Alec is
Okay.
approaching. Alec is approaching the episode with a letter, and I'm just already stewing because now it's at the point of his like of the watching. Like he's never seen these episodes. I have, and I'm like, this is where it became shit. Like we're past the good stuff. DeLuca's off the rails. Alex is leaving.
Oh, DeLuca. I do miss DeLuca.
Yeah, but he like I don't think I realized like how psychotic he really went.
Yeah, no,
like,
he was having a mental break. Yeah.
he literally got frostbite going to get a liver. The man was like, "You think I'm crazy? Yeah, you're purple."
I forget about all these storylines.
Forgot about it too until it just got watched. Anyway,
Oh,
so
God.
like that's really annoying. They're getting another spinoff. Will I watch it? I'll probably entertain at least the first episode.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Um,
I'm gonna let's cut out my okay. Well, the only other quick point I had on here because there's only two more big subjects that are gonna be broached on, and I know I'm gonna rant on both of them. So to very quickly just summarize the last of one of my stupid points was on the Hantavirus thing, which since has calmed down, I think it's not a big deal anymore. But back when 2 weeks ago when I wrote the note, it might have been. My thing is, there was this guy.
We thought it was going to be a big deal.
Yeah, we thought maybe it was going to be another pandemic, and then
okay,
but like, no, it's not.
Since there has been a lot of like light shed where this is like an existing disease, it just happened to be on a cruise ship, and now we're all losing our minds.
Yeah, so like again, like it's funny when we like that's current events, man. How the news changes so quickly because 2 weeks ago when we wrote this, we had stuff to talk about it, and now it's like, oh, it's not really a big deal anymore. But like
a really shitty Grey's Anatomy episode at one point.
They'll still manage to do it somehow. Meredith will go into another coma because of it for 10 years. And somehow still survive. And somehow still survive.
So my 50.
But anyway, my funny thing about the Hantavirus is that I noted like somebody on the cruise ship that was quarantined in Kentucky or where they ended up. He was like live blogging like his experience being quarantined, and I was like, this is what happened to me in Italy, and I didn't take advantage of the opportunity to like make me go viral. Like I, pun intended, I literally could have. Like this guy was doing that. He was like day 3 in the Hantavirus camp, and I'm like, this was me.
But I think what would have been funnier about your situation is that like you didn't get COVID when everybody got COVID. You got COVID like 2 years later when nobody got COVID.
2 boosters later, mind you. 2 vaccine boosters later. Which again proves you that they don't finish. But anyway, so yeah, I could have went viral and I didn't. And now I see these guys going like day 3, Hantavirus update, and they have like thousands of views. And I'm like, bitch, that could have been me. Stupid.
But in the TikTok work hard enough.
I really did it. I still have all those videos saved on the cloud.
Yeah, because you were Snapchatting them to us.
Yeah, I just saved every Snapchat.
What is my snack gonna be today?
Room tour. Everything. Anyway, that was that. Okay, we're gonna get to the next
shows we love.
We're gonna get into the next big topic. But you did finish it, right? Before you did.
Also read the books.
Off campus, the best show on television right now. I'm so happy. Playing music.
I'm just glad that you like watched the show and you love the show because now I at least talk to you about like because I knew you weren't going to read it, so I knew that like I knew you weren't going to read it because and you wouldn't like it if you read it because like it's like the typical like just blah like not blah but
well now you bet your ass now I'm going to read it because now I can't wait for season 2.
If I had the physical books, I would give them to you to borrow, but I put them
I already have I'm only gonna read like once the season comes out the book. So like I'm
that's
only going to
smart.
read the deal right now.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Yeah. So, and I have it on hold at the library. So we're
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, spoiler alerts ahead.
I love how it's on hold on the library because everybody's probably trying to read it now.
Literally. And they have both editions now. They have the old original one and the new pink one. So
I didn't even know that there was a new pink one.
There's like a new edition. So I put a hold on both just to see which one comes in first.
There you go.
I wish there was one with the actors on it because then I could get Belmont on a book. But then I would probably never give it back. So anyway.
Well, good thing that your library doesn't have due dates.
It doesn't. So it's true. I could just keep it forever. This show has taken over my life. Like, and here's some insight, people, without going into too much detail, because we try to keep this podcast light. Sometimes I go through really, really shitty weeks mentally. And that week, when did this come out? Last Friday?
Literally last week.
So last Wednesday. Week was a bad week for me mentally. And this show came out on Friday. And Wednesday, sorry. And it didn't get that, like, they didn't really go hard with the advertising for it before it came out.
No. Okay, so I read this book because I saw that it was going to be a series.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that it was coming out this fast.
Yeah. Like, I saw a trailer for it, like, a couple of weeks back or something.
Didn't even see a trailer. I was scrolling and I was like, this came out today?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Amazon got a little weird with the advertisement on that.
Well, clearly they didn't need to advertise it because it's happening.
But you know what? Again, it was a Wednesday. I was having a really bad week. I knew it was going to be I looked at it as another Summer I Turned Pretty show where it was going to be really cheesy, really corny, young romance. But, we love that trash as well. So let's watch it. Boy, was I wrong. This show is anything but trash. It is a masterpiece. Like, a masterpiece. And it just it turned my whole week around. And it's 1 week now, 7 days since the show came out. I just, before we started recording, finished my first rewatch, and I'm about to start it all over again once we're off here, because my brain has been doing nothing but thinking about off campus for 7 days straight with no break. Like, no break.
Yeah, do you now understand why I read all 4 books in, literally 3 weeks?
Yeah. But, here's the thing. It's not even the story, it's the actors. This, it is the story, of course, but it's the characters. But
the characters have a very good, and in the book they have the same exact. These actors did a fantastic job portraying the friend group in the book on the screen.
It's it's not the Summer I Turned Pretty. It has depth. Right. And the actors are good actors.
I also feel like the Summer I Turned Pretty, the entire concept is about a
love triangle.
Being in a love triangle and not knowing which brother she likes more. This is everybody has their own thing going on and their own problems going on, and they're all supporting each other, but they're also realistically fighting as if they were a college friend group,
right?
And they're going to parties and they're going to bars and they're doing all of the things that are really actually go. And I think this is why I like the book too, because when I was reading it, I was could really picture us going to house parties and doing stuff, you know what I mean? And just the way that they would describe the whole hockey team came in, and I was this is the football team and the baseball boys walking into every single place, so I even said to you, I was okay, I didn't picture the house looking like this. I literally pictured it looking like the football house that we used to go to all the time.
Which is funny. I loved in the show how they were oh, no one usually knocks. They just come in. And that's literally what we did at the football house. We just walked in every day.
House. Every house. It was hello? Is anybody here?
Yeah.
But, I also, Toni-ann, I don't know how she didn't get annoyed at my every single 5 minutes. I was just the casting. And I really loved the John Tucker casting until I then saw somebody talking about a very pivotal part of his book, and I was oh, she's right. I don't know how that is gonna work for him.
Don't spoil it.
I'm not. It's just
wait, what you said though, he's supposed to be redhead. Does it have to do with that?
He's supposed to be a very large Southern boy,
okay,
a Texas boy.
Right, like baling hay all day kind of thing.
Yeah, like very like, and then like at one point, yes, I think he like grows a beard, and they're like, "Why are you doing that?" Because he was like he had like red hair. Totally forgot that he had red hair though. Like the long hair
and that
of
doesn't
it,
really matter.
I
Yeah.
exactly knew who it was, but the like brooding of like a Southern man
Okay.
in his book, obviously that was like I was like, oh, they're right. Like that particular thing. I don't know how this is gonna go over, but I think it's gonna be fine.
They were trying to drop hints as much as they can about how Texas he is in this first one. Like he's always wearing Texas stuff. He was getting his mom's recipes about like, Thanksgiving.
Yes. And that all happens. Like
he sang the cowboy song for karaoke.
Right.
Like he did all that.
He does all of those things like in the book also.
Yeah.
But it's just like when it gets to his book, his appearance might like kind of play a role, but it's fine.
So I obviously I don't have the whole like, oh, this casting's perfect in the brain because I didn't read the book, but I could just say without reading the book that this casting's perfect. And where the fuck has this Belmont Cameli been all of our lives up until now? Because
where has anyone in this cast been?
No. I need to talk about him specifically for a second.
She's obsessed.
He is an Adonis. Like, where did he come from? Like, why did we not know him before? Like, what? And this is why I think every time you do an adaptation, you need to use unknowns. Never use known actors. You have to use unknowns because he is perfection. And he'll only be Garrett Graham, and maybe that is going to suck for the rest of his career, same as like Harry Potter, like whatever. But like, he is Garrett Graham. Like, he had nothing before this that like people can't picture him as him. Like he's just him and that's it.
That's true.
And that's how all the actors in here will be as well. I mean, Tucker was also in the pit, but like not like a leading role, but like either way, like like
the girl Allie was also in the pit. She was the girl
I noticed that.
I knew she looked familiar, and then I saw something that was like, this is why she looks familiar. And I was like,
but she was a patient, like she had an even like
she had an even lesser role, yeah.
But yeah, and then the only other like known actor in the show is the dad.
Yes.
Like that's it. Otherwise, like Steve Howey.
I did see a really funny meme. It was like, how can I take this man seriously when all I see is Van from Reba?
I see it's
from Shameless. What's his name?
Shameless. Kevin. That's all I see. Yeah.
I know, but he nailed the father.
Yeah.
Who shall not be named because he sucks.
Yeah. So amazing show. The storyline is fantastic. The chemistry is I can't. It's so good. Every character, the found family trope, it works so well. Like they all hit off each other so well. The two main love interests, fireworks from the second they come on screen together. Like it's like so good.
Amazing.
But like you said, like realistic. Like their problems are like real problems, not like you don't love me. Like nothing like like none of that stupid bullshit. Like it's like real life stuff, like realistic.
Right.
And I blew through it my first time watching it. I can't shut up about it. I just can't shut up about it. And then I just rewatched it again. And every time I rewatch it, I feel like I'm gonna love it even more because like I just kept seeing more things and I'm like, I didn't catch this the first time. Or now I understand the deeper meaning of it since I have the full story from finishing the season. It's just like, they're just so good. So watch it if you haven't watched it, people.
Yes, you should watch it.
And they're already starting to
film season 2.
They already wrote all 8 episodes for season 2. It's already written. It's done.
Yeah, they're starting filming this week, right?
Starting filming this week. So hopefully it will be out by like next spring. I hope that means.
I don't know where or why, but I want to know. I feel like I saw that it's definitely coming out like by 2027.
By 2027 or in 2027?
Well, they only finished filming this in October. And it's May.
7 months. Okay.
If we could have this in January, I'd be thrilled.
Like a Christmas present.
Thank you so much.
And they're all going to be in it forever. Not like Bridgerton, where we got hooked on season 1's couple and then they disappeared to never return. No.
Yeah, no.
No.
The main characters are
Garrett and Weldy are going to be in the show forever.
Right.
Forever.
Yeah, the only person not returning is the Justin character.
Yeah.
And people are like, what do you mean? Like, he's not returning him. Like, if you read the book, he doesn't even exist. Like,
he was literally just a crush for her. Like, why would he still be
right.
around?
But also in the book, he doesn't even have the same role that he had in the show.
Right.
Like, in the show, they basically like combined two characters, I think, to like make it work in like a different way. And it did work because it took care of like the two storylines in one thing.
I don't
But
remember if they said in the show if he's a senior or not. So it's easy enough to be like, okay, he graduated. Or
there's
like
just
just
zero
maybe say
reason.
like his band hit it big and they're going on tour and he doesn't need to be in school anymore. Like,
They
fine.
don't even need to acknowledge him, actually.
Also, that guy, one more point, since we're talking book things.
Yo, yeah.
For
I've
our
seen this.
Yeah, so for people that like the Fourth Wing series, that guy that played Josh, Justin. The guy that played Justin, his name is Josh Houston or Houston or something like that. He is like one of the front runners on Book Talk of who should play Xaden in Fourth Wing, which I never was approved of because even before seeing him in Off Campus, I just thought he was too like feminine. He didn't really have the right build. Like Xaden's like supposed to be a god that like literally only AI could create. Like I don't know how they're going to cast Xaden Ryerson. Like I don't know how they're going to do
His
it.
face does kind of look like AI-ish to me.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Like it just kind of like, but now seeing him in this role, especially, I was like, that is not Xaden. Who I could see as Xaden, Belmont. But unfortunately, he can't lead two shows, so he needs to stay here, and that's
I think
it.
your obsession is like a little too far.
You think my obsession's far? You know,
No.
I showed Jess today, and she
No.
freaked out. I have to show the class. I have to.
Literally can't even.
Me and Amanda have been going back and forth sending each other these all day. I love it so much. Where is it?
You're not telling me about your AI use.
You don't. I'm gonna tell the class. It's not
I
up to
don't
you.
approve. It's in our text.
It's me and Bay. Oh wait.
Toni-ann. It's not normal.
Why won't it focus?
Because it knows that it's AI.
Me and Bay. I love it so much. Yes, I'm pathetic. Get over it. You know what? But a lot of married women also are fawning over him, and I have no ties, so let me be.
Anyway.
Watch Off Campus if you have not yet.
Yes.
Watch it.
Anyway.
Okay.
We're not wasting our time on the Mets. Fuck the Mets.
No.
Fuck them. They
Absolutely not.
won the Subway Series
somehow.
2-1 somehow. And that's all we're saying about that. On to the Knicks, the more important team in the Eastern Conference Final. And
Yeah.
Toni-ann got to go to her first Knicks game.
Woo! So.
Which is insane that you got to go to the Eastern Conference. Look at
my merch.
I got my merch. That hat is so cute. She got her towel.
Riley towel. And I got my t-shirt, which was on the chairs, the seats. Yo. I'm all merched up. How cute is this hat, right?
No, it's so cute.
Yeah. So I got invited with work, and I was invited only the day before, and it was through an IM on Teams, and I actually thought it was phishing at first because and I was like, I didn't know that phishing now is in Teams. I thought it was just email. So I was a little confused. And then I had to text like the guy that I think is the one that told this guy to invite me to make sure. I'm like, I'm just making sure like this is like a legit invite. And he was like, yes, I gave him your name. And I'm like, okay. So yeah, so I got to go to game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals, my first Knicks game ever. And as you know, big Knicks fans here, big Knicks fans. So could not say no to that. And it included like a pregame, like we went out for like dinner and drinks before the game too. Like it was just a great night. And I went and, you know, because I'm there in a professional setting, technically. So, you know, I said to myself, Toni-ann, you can't be yourself. You can, but you have to rein it in a little bit professionally. You know what I mean? Like you gotta still see these people in the office the next day. So let's like make sure like we stay under control. Okay.
Let's make sure we're not yelling at children.
This is the pep talk. Like, yeah, exactly. Like, don't be screaming. You're gonna, first of all, not be sitting courtside with Timmy Chalamet. So like you can't be screaming thinking they hear you because you're probably not gonna be anywhere near them. Like things like that, you know? So Anyway, we go. The seats are not near Timmy, unfortunately. They're not near Spike Lee. They were in the 200s. But you know what? I was in the house. I don't even care. Amazing, right? And God only knows what those tickets would have cost if I didn't get them through work. So I was happy. And we, are having a good time, just, going to get some drinks, going to get some food, just catching up, doing some business chit chat, as you have to when you go to these kind of things. And as it gets into the second quarter, and like they're not doing well. So now the Toni-ann comes out slowly, nicely. Like, I'm sorry, guys. Like, I'm so excited that this is my first game, but like, this is like so how it works for me. Like, I'm mushing. Like, I'm in the mush. Like, they know this is my first game. They're rusty. They had too much rest, and they just couldn't win because I'm in a house, and I'm so sorry. And the guys I was with was like, oh, like, you're probably the bad luck charm, like, like ribbing with me about it. And I'm like, yeah, I know. Same thing happens with me with any other sport. Like, it's always the case. Whatever. Slowly churning. And they're
Alex asked me in the third, he was like, well, Toni-ann's there. Did you tell her this is her fault that they're losing?
See?
And I was like, no, I didn't. And that was like, because I was trying to refrain because I didn't want to give the negativity. I was like, something's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Your brother also slid into my DMs to be like, you're a mush. I'm like, thank you, Lewis. Appreciate it.
Takes one to know one. He's a mush.
Yeah,
also.
exactly. I should have said that back to him, actually. That was what I should have said. So anyway, because sometime early in the third quarter, I put on my Snapchat or my Instagram, like, I'm a mush, like, sorry.
Right.
So at that point, my brain was like, all right, well, you know what? I got to come. Like, this was great. What an experience. I mean, the Garden is insane, like, for a Knicks game. Like, now I know. Like, you always heard it on TV. You knew. But, like, being there in person, it really didn't matter where you sat. Like, it was crazy town. Absolute crazy town. For anything. So, it was really cool just to be there. And then slowly but surely, they came back. And my manager, well, one of my higher ups that was with me, the guy that invited me, he said to me, he's like, oh, well, he's like, do you typically like to leave things early? I'm like, no, I was raised in a household, like, we don't leave games. Like, it doesn't matter. They could be down 100. Like, I'm like, we don't leave games. Like, it's not what I do. And he was just like, okay, I respect that. And there was like two other guys with us too. So like,
he was like, to leave with them?
No. So they weren't leaving either, but like, his brain was that, so he lives in Connecticut. So he was like, he had to catch like a train from Grand Central, and they weren't like, so he was like looking at the trains when the game would have ended. And he's like, I can make this one, but like, obviously if the game's like really not going too well and it's like getting into the fourth quarter, like, I'm going to see if I should leave. So they slowly start coming back. Then in the fourth quarter, the start of the fourth quarter, they're down by the 20, I think, right? Or whatever it was. And
I literally fell asleep before the fourth quarter.
Yeah, where I actually like had to do a wellness check on her. I thought that she was dead. I don't know. She just
even though I literally told you exactly what I was doing.
Yeah, I know. It's fine. Oh, because you were a very bad. I was looking to you for research. I was complaining. We were complaining, me and the guy. We were like, "Where's Cat? Where's Cat? Why hasn't he been in this game? He only has 2 fouls. Why has he barely been in this game?" So I go to call you to ask you this because I figured you're listening to the TV and they probably would be talking about it.
No, one Cat was still in one night. When, like, I guess I didn't realize that he wasn't in the third quarter.
No, they just put him back in when I think I finally got an answer from you.
No, I answered you at midnight after they had won.
Oh, okay. Well, you didn't answer. So then I called my brother because I know he's watching the game.
Got it.
And I'm like, Joe, what's going on with Cat? And he's like, what are you talking about? That's fine. They got this. They got this. I'm like, that's not what I'm asking. I'm asking, why has Cat barely been in the game? Like, I'm standing here with coworkers and we all have the same question. Like, we just realized he's barely been in the game and he only has 2 fouls. It's not like he's close to fouling out.
Right, and they're out here hitting the koala bear every 3 seconds.
Oh, did I tell you that I said that? So I said to the guy, I was like Mitch did something and the Garden was very loud when he kept missing those foul shots. Now being in person for it, it's bad. It's funny to make fun of it on the TV, but in person, it's really bad news. So anyway, I said to them, I was like, me and my friend call him the koala because he looks just like one. And the guy started like doubling over laughing. He's like, that is the most accurate thing I've ever heard in my life. I'm like, he's like, I'm never going to be able to unsee it. I'm like, exactly. Like, he's literally a koala.
He's a koala.
Did we make that up?
No, I think we saw it somewhere, but
Oh, okay,
it's
okay.
stuck with it.
Okay, so yeah, so the koala went over huge. I wanted to make sure you knew that.
Thank you.
And yeah, and they made the comeback, and then Brunson was being Brunson.
How drunk were you when you wrote this note, by the way? Because Josh Harden pissed off the bartender. Like,
Wait, I said that in one sentence?
yeah, like Josh Harden, comma, but his name isn't even Josh.
Oh, no, the note in the, well, I was just writing every topic I need to think of.
Okay, got it.
Oh, I thought you meant I texted you that. I'm like, that doesn't make sense.
No.
Second of all, I realized this morning his name is James Harden.
Yes, that's why I'm like, is she talking about
Okay.
Josh Hart?
So I, to everyone that I was with, was calling him Josh Harden all night, and no one corrected me. So that was embarrassing. I'm really happy about that. When I realized that this morning, that his name is not Josh Harden. Because I even made a joke at one point. I was like, oh, the two Joshes, so dramatic, talking about him and Josh Hart. Nobody corrected me. So that's something that I'm a little embarrassed about now.
Okay, now it explains the note then.
But anyway, to finish up the story, my VP said to me, "Okay,
we have
well,
8 minutes to wrap
okay,
up the Knicks."
I will. He said when we were
No, I'm
talking
just
about the
telling you.
trains, we were talking about the trains, and he was like, "Okay, if they're down by less than 10 with 4 minutes to go, I'm gonna stay." And I go, "Okay, I think that's a pretty good, way of figuring it out." Sure enough, they were. That is the point where all of business professional went out the window. Like, we all were jumping up and down like psychopaths, like screaming every single shot. Like, it was insane. And I said that to him, and obviously they won. We're all freaking out. We're hugging. Like, I was just one of the guys. Like, literally it's me and 3 guys. So it was like literally just a guy's night out. And we were like jumping.
Love how you got invited to things.
Yeah, and the guy that had the tickets that brought us, he's not with my company. He's somebody that like does business with my company. And he said, he's like, "I'm so glad they invited you. Like, listen, next time I get tickets to a game, I'm gonna look you up again." I'm like, "That's perfectly fine by me." He's like, "You're a great time." I'm like, "Hell yeah, I am." So we had a great time.
Does he have any sons?
No,
How old is he?
He's in his 40s. His wife is pregnant with a girl, actually. They're having a girl soon. So yeah, no, he doesn't have any sons, unfortunately. None of these guys do. But yeah, so it was a great game. I left. My boss did end up leaving with 1 minute left in OT. So when we knew we were winning, basically, he was like, I'm gonna jet out 5 minutes before this place just goes absolutely insane to try to go. And I'm like, okay. So like he left like with 1 minute left in OT when the game was basically over. And then when the game ended, obviously the place went, it's so insane. I thought the place was gonna fall down, like the old time, like Shea Stadium. Like that's how it felt. And the guys that I was with was like, okay, we really should get going. And me, it was my first game. I was like, I kind of want to like stay and like just watch the scenes. Like I love to do that, like take it in, like how crazy everybody's going. And he's like, but we were all the way up top. He was like, no, like we need to like start making our way down. I'm like, okay.
Like, you don't know what it is trying to get out of this place.
It did take like almost a half hour just to get down the stairs, like to the main concourse. Got into the team store, got my hat, which was company paid for. And then went out onto 7th Avenue, and the insanity that is.
Yeah, I'm sure that was a scene.
And because obviously of how the roads are impassable, I just ended up walking back to Port Authority and getting the bus, because that would have that was less time than if I had to walk a couple of blocks to try to get an Uber. So I was just like,
the overhead of MSG, like,
yeah,
as the game was starting, was literally all like cabs, just cabs. I was like, what?
Yeah, but then obviously, like at the end of the game, all those cabs are gone because it's just people.
No, I know. It just was funny. I'm like, all these people are probably getting dropped off.
Yeah, well, there's a cab line right in front of there because of Penn Station too. It's crazy, obviously. Yeah. So anyway, 10 out of 10 night. The fact that this is my first Knicks game ever, like, I don't know how that. There's only down from here. Like, I don't know how you top that.
You don't.
They're saying it's one of the best games in Knicks history. Like, and I was there.
You don't go ever again.
This was you at the Francisco Lindor walk-off game.
Right.
Like, this, how do we get that? Sometimes we get that.
Sometimes we do. Sometimes we have to.
Oh my God.
So did you piss off the bartender or?
Oh, okay, yeah. So that's one of my notes. I pissed off the bartender. So this is now.
Let me guess. She asked for a Hugo Spritz in the middle of MSG.
No. So no, I had 2 Hugo Spritzes at the bar before we went into the MSG. And then when we were in MSG, I stuck to beer because I, again, remember, don't want to get wasted. Like I'm like with coworkers. So I'm like, I'll stick to beer and be fine. Of course, these are decent sized beers. So like, but they were Konas. Like I wasn't like drinking heavy. And then as we get up there, they didn't have any Kona up there at the, like, it's like the Garden Pub. It's like the one that's like all the way up and in the 200s. And so he got me a Corona can instead. And I was like, and they make mixed drinks up there. So I was like, do you have a lime? And he was like, I have lime juice. I was like, okay. So he put like 2 dabs of the lime juice like in my Corona. I'm like, okay, dumbass me takes a straw into the can and starts going immediate. And the guy was not happy because it went everywhere. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so stupid. Like my brain did not compute, like, don't stir the beer like in a can. Like I didn't like think that through at all. And it didn't stop for a good 20 seconds. So it was just continuous embarrassment.
Yeah.
And eventually, like, I took like 4 napkins and was like patting it up. And eventually he's like, I got it. Just go. Like he was like so annoying. I walked back over to my guys.
You know, if it was the middle of a playoff game and you spilled beer all over my beer stand.
And it was like what last call too. So he was like basically already half cleaned up.
No, oh my God. Just stop.
So I like slinked back over to the guys 3 steps away because we were standing right in front of the bar. And I was like, guys, I just really pissed off the bartender. They were like, why? I'm like, it's fine. We're not going to get kicked out, but it wasn't great.
That's so funny.
That's why I pissed off the bartender.
Anyway, in the third quarter, I decided that I was going to close my eyes when Jalen Brunson decided that he was going to throw like an air ball on a 3. I was like, there is something happening.
They were very
tonight.
sloppy in that moment.
I was like, I don't know what's happening, but I need to change the juju. So I'm just going to close my eyes and listen to the game. And like, if I fall asleep, I fall asleep. But we got to change the vibes. I woke up to the celebration and 6 text messages from Toni-ann asking if I was okay, even though I very clearly wrote, I am closing my eyes to change the juju.
Do you know I really thought you meant, though? You were just like I thought you meant like you were like not watching, but watching. Like that's what I thought you meant, not falling asleep.
Well, that was the fastest I've ever fallen asleep in my entire fucking life.
Good for you. Good for you.
No, not good for me because then I missed the comeback. But good
literally,
for me.
I'm going to close my eyes. Hope that helps the juju. Then there's me. Is Cat hurt? Why isn't he in the game? I didn't notice that he hasn't been in the game at all. Hello? And then, of course, something must have happened. I was like, let's fucking go. And I was like, I don't know if you're okay, but And I'm like, are you okay? And then literally an hour later, yeah, sorry, I fell asleep. Thanks, Jess.
I did.
It was great. It was a great
Anyway.
night. It would have been obviously so much better if, like, I was there with, like, you, like, you know, not work, but, like, you couldn't ask for anything better than that. It was, and honestly, I wouldn't have been able to go if it wasn't for work. So I just had to be grateful. So all good.
We are
dwindling
on time. It is time to go.
New England time.
What?
What did you say?
I said we're dwindling on time and it's time to go.
So you said we're on New England time. I'm like, that's, yeah, okay.
No.
All right. Well, thanks, guys.
Anyway, thanks for being our friend. Sorry you're gone for 2 weeks, and we'll be back again hopefully next week. We shouldn't have any conflicts.
Okay.
So,
happy Memorial Day weekend, even though it's gonna be rainy.
Yeah, for real. Sucks.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right.
Bye, friends.
Bye.
Hi, friends. Wow, you listened to the whole thing. Thanks for listening. Please be sure to subscribe on YouTube and your favorite podcast platform and share it with your friends. Ratings, reviews, and comments help as well. See you next week. Thanks for being our friend.